Eagles, how are you guys doing today? I am super excited. As you guys can see, I'm smiling from here to here because today is my first story time. Yes. The topic is weight loss struggles. Yes, my weight loss struggle. Oh my god, I know it's not that exciting of a topic, but I do know that there are many people out there who are going through the same thing I'm going through with my weight loss, with my weight. Just stop at weight. I don't know where to start from. I don't know if I should start from childhood or my teenage years or womanhood. I don't know. But I am going to start from when I first realized that weight was a problem for me. Gaining weight rapidly was a problem for me. I am going to start from there. Alright, so I'll give you guys a little tiny background about me. I am a Liberian girl, yes, from West Africa. I grew up next door to my country, so I grew up in Ivory Coast. Growing up, I was never a tiny girl. As a child, I was always on the thick side. I wouldn't consider myself as a child that I was fat. I wasn't fat. I don't think I was even overweight for my age, but I was thick. I was a thick girl. I had the big arms, I had the big legs, I had bigger butt for my age compared to my older sister and my childhood friend Zana. And so I was always thicker than the two of them. But it was never a problem. I didn't see myself, I was always a beautiful, very beautiful little girl, and so were they too. But I was very pretty, very pretty. They're not gonna like that when they watch the video, but I was very pretty, and so it was never an issue for me when I look at myself that I was thicker than them. The whole body image thing in Africa is not such a big deal. But I remember one day I was walking down the street. I was going to the market, and I had seen a pastor from my church, and he said to me, "What's in your stomach? It's so big. You have a chicken in there?" And I have to say, I never struggled with self-image, or I never had self-esteem growing up as a little girl, self-esteem issues. And so it wasn't a big deal. I just figured out he was making a joke because my stomach was big because I had just ate or whatever. And so I didn't really think about weight. I mean, I'm 13, and I have to say I was a very innocent 13-year-old, so I wasn't thinking about much. So I let it go, and I didn't worry much about it. Now the real struggle with my weight really started to come together when I came to the US. When I moved to the US, it was 2003. I was 17 years old at the time. And when I moved to the US, I wasn't that big. I have to say I was probably like 140 when I got here. I was 17, so maybe it was still kind of a little big for a 17-year-old. I don't know, maybe I was like 140, or maybe a little less than that. I don't know. I can't really remember. But I was up there a little bit for my age. And so when I moved to the US, the whole body image thing just came rushing on me. It really did. It came rushing because growing up in Africa, body image is not a big deal. People are not very concerned about how you look as a young girl. People are not concerned about that. They're more concerned about other things like your education, your upbringing, how perfect you're going to be, how well life should turn out for you, what kind of man you are made to marry. Those are the kind of things that people are worried about. They're not thinking about, oh my god, look at her big old butt, oh, look at her tummy. Oh, people are not thinking about stuff like that. And so when I moved to the US, and I started seeing on TV, and I started school, and I started having friends, and I met new cousins, and the whole weight thing was just like, yes, you have to be a certain size in order for you to be considered beautiful. And again, like I said, I was always beautiful. I believe I have always been a beautiful girl. I have never really changed. I've looked this way for a very long time. Beauty wasn't the problem. But when I started to understand what the ideal body is in the US, then I started having a little bit of issue. But luckily for me, I had a beautiful cousin. Beautiful, and I don't use that word loosely at all when I talk about her. Justina is such a beautiful woman. She had actually been in the US a couple of years before I arrived. And she had, you know, settled into the whole body image thing, and she had control of hers. You know, she struggled with weight like I did, but then she had a little bit more control over her situation. She was eating right. She knew more about dieting. She knew more about working out, and she had the beautiful Coca-Cola shape, and she was into her game. And I admire her. So she took me under her wings, and she started taking me to the gym. She worked at the hospital, Baptist Hospital in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And she started taking me. She had a gym membership with the hospital where she worked. So she started taking me to the hospital to work out with her. I didn't know how to use the treadmill. I didn't know how to use the electrical. I didn't know how to use anything in the gym. I had no clue. But Justina would take the time and she would teach me. But she didn't only do that. She also taught me how to eat right. So then she would teach me how to eat salads. I didn't eat salads growing up. So she would teach me how to eat salads. She would teach me she would give me things like chicken salad. She would give me tuna sandwiches. She would tell me that the best thing to eat with the tuna sandwiches if you want to lose weight is with wheat bread, whole grains. And she would take me to the Whole Food market, and she would buy really nice, expensive, healthy food. And I started to settle. Yes, I started to settle into working out and into healthy living and into controlling my weight and understanding about my BMI and my metabolism. Yeah, all the good stuff. Well, then I got settled and I lost a lot of weight. And by 2006, I was like 120 pounds. By 2006. Then, I had met this really nice guy, and we started dating, and we started having a wonderful relationship, and things were so fun and lovely and kind and sweet and whatever, blah, 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 and I started putting on weight. Yeah, a whole lot of it. By 2009, things kind of went sour between us, so I didn't realize that I was 174 pounds. 174 pounds. Well, since things went sour between us, what better motivation did I have than to lose weight? I had so much motivation, so I worked out, I ate right, I went back to the training that Justina had taught me, and other lessons that I had learned from Justina, and I just applied it in my life. And about 6 months, I was back down to 128 pounds. This was 2009, summer 2009. I was back down to 128 pounds. Then I decided that I was going to move to Atlanta. And so I packed up my things and I moved to Atlanta. And I was in Atlanta and I was enjoying life with my childhood friend Anita. And me and Anita would go to the club. I don't drink, but we would go to the club. We would stay up late. After we leave the club, we would go to Waffle House. We would go to IHOP. We would eat. When we get home, she would make the most delicious African food. By the time January 2012 got around the corner, I was like 160 pounds. Yes. I was like 160 pounds, and I didn't like that. And I was just like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lose weight. This is not worth it. So I started again another journey of losing weight. And I fought it and fought it and fought it, and I came down to 35, 40 pounds. And I maintained that 140 pounds until about early 2014. Then I started putting on weight, and I met my husband. So lucky. So from there on, I would say, oh, babe, I'm on a diet. Honey, I'm on a diet. And I would do that over and over again. And I would try and try, and I didn't lose no weight. By the time my husband was going to Liberia in May of last year, I was 194 pounds. Oh, Jesus. I was 194 pounds. I was like, what the hell am I thinking? That is the biggest I have ever been in my entire life. So when my husband was traveling, going to Liberia last summer, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and get on a real serious diet because I'm not going to be cooking for my husband since he's not around. And I was still in school, so I couldn't go. So it was a good time. So I had put my foot down. By the time my husband was leaving for his trip, I was 186 pounds. Okay, so I was 186 pounds. I had dropped a little bit of weight just before he left. He was out of our home for about 6 weeks. So I took the opportunity, I worked out, I ate right, and I lost exactly 20 pounds before my husband got back. So by the time he came back from Liberia in mid-July, I was 166 pounds. That's how many pounds I weighed. And when he came back, I was so excited to see my husband. I had missed him so much. It was crazy. We went right back. I went right back to eating the way I was eating before he left. I started eating the regular food with him. I would cook, we just make whatever we would eat. We spend a lot of time together just doing whatever. And then I had forgot all about what I was doing before he left. I could care less because he was back or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh, of course, yeah, the weight could care less too. So it started coming back. It started coming right back. And I started putting on weight again. And then by January of this year, when I weighed myself, I was 173 pounds. And this was early January. To be exact, January 18th. I was like, crap. I had put on a little bit of weight again. So, I told myself, I'm not going to weigh myself. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to try to fight and do this and do that. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to watch myself. I'm going to walk. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to try to do the best I can. But little at a time. But I'm not going to weigh myself until April the 18th. I want to be able to fit into a size 8 by April the 18th. And so ever since January 18th, I have not weighed myself. But I do have something that I'm following that let me know if I'm losing the weight or not. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see these two little bees. Okay, maybe I should come closer. Okay, is that better? I think you guys can see these two little bees. So I have these two little bees on my waist. This is where they are. By January, both of them were up here. Like literally. Because my stomach was like out here. It was so big. So these two bees were up here in January. And at that time I was, like I said, 173 pounds in January when I last weighed myself, which was January 18th. So that's, almost 2 months ago. So these two little bees are what I'm going by. I don't want to weigh myself or anything because I don't want to be discouraged, but this is what I'm going by. So I'm trying to do everything right, and I am hoping that by April the 18th, this one is loose, this one is bigger than this one. So by April the 18th, I want this bees to be down here. Like I literally wanted to go over this hump by that time. So the goal is to lose this hump here and have this bees down here. See, when I suck it up, it comes down. But I don't want to suck in to have it come down. I want it to be like gone on its own down here. This one is tight, so I don't know, I can't promise or I can't say exactly where it's going to be. But I know for sure that if I do what I'm doing now and I keep doing it, this bees is going to be down here by April the 18th. So I'm just going to turn around so you guys can see. So I have, this love handle. This is one of my issues. I don't have like the, I don't have the Coca-Cola shaped body thing. I'm one of the girls with the love handles. So, okay. So this is what I look like on the side. You know, I have this piece hanging here, and and this is what I look like. And I have this piece here, and I have this love handle, and you know, that's just about it. So my goal is to have this piece down here by April the 18th, and I am going to be sure to show you guys by April the 18th if it's down here or if it's still up here. That's, you know, what I have going on right now. I have, you know, changed my diet a lot. I have really cleaned out my diet. I'm not eating a lot of carbs. I'm not eating a lot of meat. I'm eating a lot of vegetables. I am eating carbs for a couple of days a week, not every day. I'm drinking a gallon of water. I have been doing that for the last almost 3 weeks. And I'm also walking 3 times a day. I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. I'm just kind of taking things really slow. I don't want to rush into it because really, to be honest, I am a yo-yo dieter. I'm one of those people who, you know, just diet, lose the weight, and put it back on, as you guys just heard from my long line of diet and weight struggles and all of this extra stuff. I'm one of those people who wants quick results. I just want to get on the diet and I want to lose the weight as soon as possible. But I have decided that I'm not going to do that this time. I'm giving myself until April the 18th before I weigh myself. And I have promised myself that I'm not going to be disappointed if I weigh myself and, you know, I'm not 100 and whatever. I don't even have a number on what I want to weigh by April the 18th. I just know that by April the 18th, I am pushing for these beads to be down on my waist instead of on top of my belly button. So that's my goal. I am going to keep you guys posted. I'm going to let you guys know exactly what I'm doing from now on. From now on, I'm going to start posting more videos of what I eat, what I'm doing, how much water I'm drinking, what I'm eating for breakfast, what I'm eating for lunch, where I'm getting the stuff from, if I try new diet products or whatever. I'm just going to let you guys know from now on. So I'm going to be bringing you guys more video of my weight loss struggle, because really and truly that's one of the main core of my channel. And so I am going to start bringing you guys more videos. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, because you want to keep up, because I'm so serious this time about losing weight. Subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, keep in touch with me, and join me if you are in the struggle. Join me, let's do this. And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Mwah!